John Dramani Mahama eji akonwa efiri Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene yewura Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia no. O facing two big challenges. Or maybe let me say three. Three big challenges. And John Mahama inherited from Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene yewura Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. The first one is high inflation. Inflation na tete apantam Ghana ye koyedu level say na 54% inflation na Ghana for any year facing 54% inflation. That is what John Mahama's administration actually inherited from Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia and then Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Currency depreciation na Ghana sika sem no e kosa koyedu level say $1 equal do over 18 Ghana cedis. No kita $1 obenya 18 Ghana cedis. The second point, depreciation of our Ghana's currency. And then the third point, and then nobody can say, a mountain debt. Na eka di adokoro Ghana to the sense say Ghana sika now say it got to a time when 92% of Ghana's GDP never come under the leadership of Nipa no friend also a pure economist, Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia, Obaboa Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Na dia Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo mo ye and say omo impose taxes e Ghana for so. Sena beya ombenya $3 billion every IMF. Inti omo de kakwikiri die apem Ghana inflation yase apem Ghana tika sem asian say no ma sign the taxes I shit Ghana for pine. So we Ghana here, that is something they actually gonna kick you with. Inti say niema to the sense say cost of living in the country echoes so high. Emma the normal Ghanaian to say me anyway. And you Ghana from businesses and so suffer the same thing because businessmen etian se masa e card korean ye importu nyama ye ntimi ntua tika se no so say no na say the taxes abeden e be pay omoso. That is one Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ni yewura Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia e de bae. Enti John Mahama assuming power no also na de oba be say Obabe stop it bleeding ne one man no. Now he sets the country on track. Because John Mahama who said Ghana sikasem is sonny too much. That is what he decided to do. And he gave the term resetting the economy, resetting the country. Now the focus also he is there to create more jobs. That was something what John Mahama actually decided to do. So John Mahama's administration came to create more jobs. And so what the president actually decided to do is say he is going to implement what he called economic shock therapy to reduce debt. These were the words of the president, John Dramani Mahama. Say he is going to implement economic shock therapy. The case will be called therapy and I say, obey Ghana duro, no babaji Ghana si ho. Now they are reducing debt. That is what John Mahama's administration decided to come and do, or he came to solve these kind of problems or challenges. But your NPP for sometimes they get confused when you try to explain this kind of simple things. Then they get confused because now they didn't think that John Mahama's administration could perform super fast to say baby and elderly. But this is 1 hour with Munufie. I'm doing the particular live stream because Mahu said, see, dear, we focus on NPP for now for the giant name of John Mahama's administration. So it is me. And then wo adwuma said the end say yes ye Ghana ni hunu baby na free ba ene baby ene ya babedu. If you do agree with me in the comment section, mama yina yentwetwe common enko. Send the American. I don't want this particular show to be like one man show. Me pese you build a family over here. Nti ye ba be ye abusua dwuma ho adwuma abusua kuo ho adwuma and me pese me no we every time whenever I come online. If I chose baby I hear me free bia. If you think say me later, I'm sorry. I think say sometimes a Juma become one mixing them in a way until no man cheme now you build the economy from here because we are building the economy at John Mahama's administration I put you in place. That is what I've taken my time to do some explanations. Senebeya also ubehu niema ekoso ewo Ghana. Because Nanado say Omoma Ghana ye pasa. That is what the president actually said. And I kakwikiri die no so sika no fa kodi amanfo botom. Nti ene ye ba be explain baby a John Mahama efa free ye. Ene baby a eno de kwakodru. Nti according to the finance minister no also omobedi akomia no na Ghana's debt and deficit were wider than expected. That's a kakwikiri die ne niema baby na Ghana tete apansam no. They didn't even think say, hey, na say na man na sa na say you go do. And the John Mahama say, now when him say na Ghana na say because the things he taught behind the scene, time no opposition say no who say Ghana tie no, obe pen who say da bi nya sa na tie. Nti ato forcing explain it chire nipa e wo Ghana say near John Mahama ba be na shock therapy. Say the medical can they have to implement something they call shock therapy cut. Nti ye ba be ye dem bi o manum aba reset to society no ama Ghana ni otenchen hu say da bi aban papa bi aba. Now, according to the finance minister, also on Obama John Dramani Mahama, by the end of 2025, growth in the country, ebe do 4%. Ebe peja Ghana growth do 4%. And then inflation is also on the 11.9%. Inflation, I'm can't say, John Mahama be 54%. You are at force and say, or what John Mahama, I'm on with inflation, about 11.9% at the end of 2025. This is why we have to challenge people. And the finance minister Sherman will say, "Yen challenging say inflation over 54%. No, or say by the end of this year, or the back down, about be drew 11.9%. Maybe we did you because or peke Ghana currency in that dollar 1:18, and now drop it be do 1:11. And the ato force and me I believe in and I trust in I have 100% trust and faith in him say obet me say adwuma no. But so also what doubt to be a figure na me that 200 data. Mahmoud Bawumia the country say data brings light. Into so share politician be a no kasa with the country say mura with for data na bra. But sometimes when politicians speak mama and vanity say they are just speaking keke that be because they should understand things they are saying. Because all my politicians kwana to oginanche ekeke kan se bi chiro keke. Na wa misa na question na daache no ekokokokokoko a ebeba oso. Mahmoud Bawumia de kan se mwe. Me pesa se mwe pa me de.
Data brings light. People who don't like light don't like data. So when you see a politician trying to talk, you just say, bring the data.
So what I say? So former vice president and NPP for koyi ni se nkome onya mo franka twini na nyankopon pangu nkome Ghana president ne say data ene de han eba wiase. Enti se wo politician bia no okasa wo de ka che ne se miura. Asema wo kan yo mate. Na mo made a mehia ne se wo de fa data na bra. Ansa na me ne wo akasa. Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ka che enti ato force nse men kan che say at the end of 2025, or the Ghana's inflation beba ebe do 11.9%. But your to ho data no the data na be adwuma kama. The data na be adwuma. Ya nyene sa. Enti ato force say men kan kire say omo yi taxes afi ho government ayi taxes twitwiri dia na ha Ghana no. Into a taxes so move, it will ease the burden on household. Ebema Ghana ni ehun ahen han no. You are to force it. Ene John Mahama say men kan kire say omo yi taxes free ho say na be Ghana ni ho be han no. That is something they wanted to do. And the baby say ene taxes pa na ban ba e we free ho. Me be kanum akire 5. Taxes twitwiri dia na do dan kwakufu ado ne Mahmoud Bawumia de eye de Ghana for no me be kan mu 5 a John Mahama's administration buy no watimi abone homoden eye free ho. Value added tax on motor insurance vehicles or ye free ho. Ebia na won kai ana say obi atom futuru bi aguwani enti ebi na me ka kire no value added tax binum ho a na eda motor insurance on fa so ni ho nti John Mahama say na now domo new some taxes na ewo ho na NDC for bone dawuru dada no John Mahama buy no wetima be den wetima abeyi afiri ho. But sometimes we need to praise John Mahama's administration because niam bi omo ye Ghana no na adikanfo bi kura nim say ye betimi akwadu sa level way adikanfo no they had doubts. But 1% levy on mobile money transfers. Some kaisa sika way. Says the cake of one or more whole cake. Ubi whole cake. Eba say adia or no oil Ghana for some people, some sukura, more boam and beba. And the John Mahama says some of the nuisance taxes now where if you be 1% levy on mobile money transfers. Watch out your account to go. 1.5% tax on unprocessed gold from small miners. And that's the small scale miners. Yan can say again in the Atias here. John Mahama buy and also we a nuisance tax. Or why pay for? But here for when they say we are resetting the economy, we are resetting the country. Watch out, me and Sano no. Yeah, boko. Emission levy on industries and vehicles. A careful. John Mahama na to forcing I then. Eji sa 7 my person may use 10 be. So taxes we are not make sense. Because when you want an economy to build, or if you want to boost an economy, on fat taxes guni paso send a omuntimi anyway. Prissy, Charlie, you have a call there. And my turns up. Why are they in here? The fourth one, no. News and taxes, no. Ebi no. Nanene ha mabunu. Emma mrantie etia. Esufere John Mahama say, oh, be man yansa for be ma kukudu for. Ye hian wa mamuemu. Branabe boa Ghana for 10% na wo kotwa loto church my sports betting na e gifiri ho no. John Mahama buy oyifiri ho na sa tax particular tax we. John Mahama yifiri ho ma atans here to NPP for to the sense say they came out to defend say no more just tax we kura. NPP for came to say there was nothing like 10% tax on lottery winners. And then it took some of us to tell them say madam for munimas mamoka. You think say Ghana for your hurry enim kosoro. But Ghanaians actually knew what we wanted. That is why we voted you people massively out. NPP for. Jimmy for party job. It is a minima. You can't say now want the 10% to be out to Ghana for so to now here. So this is among some of the things now. John Mahama will year for but he is going to make sure say growth targets of at least 4% in 2025 is achievable. Minima, you bet you bon. Because time John Mahama yi ade we for NPP for people say ah na why you we for obeda nyeska abuman no enso enne o say Ghana economy no ekoyie enti we e de atanse achi NPP for beti ne omu hu asem bi omonka. You know when you don't have the best team now what can say we have the men many about me that's it oh yeah de maybe onya kwan hwe mi say na mani agiti mama ye mo agro in the comment section na fidi yembunguru mum because we need to take our time do some explanations actually Ghana for me do be ko news Chief Justice na ye na di no ot Ghana o ye di that's why NPP women organizer and Ottoman president no to Chief Justice no and now no the media and addressing the issue we're going to discuss all those kind of things we be discussing almost everything ekoso ewo Ghana because ye ma obi antene ba bi entum futuro bi angu Ghana for ani biem da bi oye ya e betoto oye ne se ye toto nyina ba akopɛ enti sa de we na se e ha grofo bi o man no ma omo se omo nti bi da oye ya e betoto enti era to force say NPP ni obeka say taxes no ma ye free ho no ombedenya ske de bu man no o say they will improve tax compliance. Our born Mamudu Bomi and a better name him. Did sa mo ntwe bisa na question NPP for. Na ene obi aba na o chichire man na. Na ma se be gino say bisa sa nipa na question. Say me NPP ni anka question bi o kwa bisa ato 4000. Ka me come on not nkura. Ato 4000 say men san kan chire NPP for say tax no ma ye free will help boost disposable income. Efie asetenam nipa asetenam brabo ebe improve. Ose wa winim no yen kan kire wo NPP ni ato force say me san kan just it will ease the burden on households. I say Ghana ho kire na NPP for so ade be gu nipa so no John Mahama administration ba say Obama nipa setenam atumpon so Obama nipa setenam atumpon because e-levy sika na moji yin ye hu be sika na fa yeda enti sa aban papa bi aba na so Obama nipa setenam atumpon na so so ntiase a then we mambofo mini ai wala ni yaw chale wi aboko de that's it At the same time, so we need to be with the system. You want the system and improvement be by a certain. And the government, at the policy aim reduce public debt. Na aboa many passes so as a tumpon. That is something what your mama's administration came to do. And see, next time, we here importers and exporters in our watom. And then I say Ghana for near so as this will be, and this one at free so. What the society in Ghana? What you say Ghana ni nenya hoto so ne ahoda so bi say my papa bi aba ade a woye no e ade a mani eje ho. Aje se bi obi a woye na dwen say onye na dwen say ohwe ne ma ekoso manum no enko a na ehu se bibibi ekoso manum. Enti ene under the leadership of Mahama no yesi yan kan kira wo say Ghana is open to business. Bacho yura Emmanuel Kojajekum Nkransa South MP abie Ghana China Business Summit bi na eho na minister yi eka kire biase man nyina say Ghana say ye bie yakwan mu opese ye business bi ya bra Ghana ade bi apeso bi no John Mahama's administration I already say he's open to businesses. And this is first and businesses no ebiane no business no kodi abusuan ko bi nko abotom and from family and friends. So when the former president Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the president then catch the Ghana for say Ghana ye yemo do yet sika so say come there no, some of us thought say no catch the Ghana for nyina, not to say he was speaking to a few circle of his friends and kwa say no catch them. Not to he met them, told them say me nuanom chale mama yenko na Ghana sika ho aben mama yenko pe sika ni bi ni. And in another administration, some of the words they were using, now what tension? Why didn't say or catch the Ghana for you? Not knowing say no catch the abushe ko kiti bi nkwa. Mama yanko piska nkudi. Now we na Ghana for who din si debi. We need to reset the country. See and reset na the problem bebre yen. In Ghana for the hope and the trust in a new leader be a no abako. Ama Ghana ni biawa anida so no ho ayefere John Dramani Mahama say bema kukurudufo ye the mine be hye wonsa develop the mine reset the country ne hu say mine no adu level bi a edenimunya